2-2, nearly 2-2. It's honestly, we're going to end up with a 2-2 here. I'm telling you, I can see it. It's happening. It's going to be 2-2. MC, no, I don't think he's terrible and would have no issue with him as a backup, but just don't think he's first choice quality. I don't think you pay £40 million for a player who's a backup, though. It just doesn't happen, does it? You don't pay £40 million for a 21-year-old who isn't a first-team player. It's never, ever going to happen. So we've paid the money for him. We need to now give him the opportunity to show what he's capable of, and I think accept the fact that he's going to be a slow and steady type of player. Timbo, I tell you who has started quick off the blocks. Willian Estevao. He is a star boy. Willian Estevao. He has done well. Willian Estevao has absolutely done well. Just find out what it is before tomorrow. I will. That's my plan. As soon as full time hits, as soon as the game is over, I will be figuring out what the hell is going on, and I assume it's a YouTube settings issue or something, because it isn't the internet. There's nothing I can do about it right now, but I'll fix it for tomorrow. Might be that Russian ship. Yeah. MC, sorry, what were we saying? Oh no, we're still on Willian Estevao. Willian Estevao, I don't really know what to make of him, because defensively I still think he's been a little bit lackluster, but very, very impressive for a young player. Oh, that's a great ball. Fabulous defending as well from Rovers to keep it at 2-1. MC, as you say, he's 21 and we've paid 40 million, so he's going to get a crack at it. Hope he proves me wrong. Yeah, I certainly hope so. And there's no, I know ultimately it depends how you view it, but I know as fans we don't really influence the narrative in, if you just think, oh, well, I'm saying I think he might be shit. I feel like we as a fan base, we have to do a lot better. And not even just as a fan base, but actually as football fans. When you've got a new player coming into the club and I don't care what people say, well, they paid a fortune, they should just take it. If you're a young lad and you come to a new club, the best way you're going to be a success is if your own team are behind you and your own fans are behind you. And it's madness when we've got some of the biggest critics of Liverpool are our own fans. It's madness. Jess0365, did you hear about the Ashes cricket? I honestly don't follow cricket. I know that it's on at the minute, but I don't know anything about what's happening with it. Liverpool for life, Alisson, Joe, Virgil, Kanate, Robbo, Gravenberg, Don, Maka, Salah, Isak, Ekatike would be my lineup tomorrow. I'd like to see Isak start, but I don't think he will. Timbo, I love you and leave you key. No innuendos or hate crimes today. A successful stream. Well, not quite successful, mate. Everything's been playing up tonight. We've had bugs in the system tonight, but listen, you have a good night, mate, and I'll see you maybe over the weekend at some point if you're back in. MC, is Alisson back? Yes, yeah. Slot said that Alisson is back for this one. Daz, what's your right back and who plays the 10 tomorrow? Well, Vert is out, Daz. Vert is out injured. So I would imagine right back will be Joe Gomez, and the midfield three will be exactly the same. Szoboszlai, Gravenberg, McAllister, and we'll play with a front three, probably of Gakpo, Ekatike and Salah. That would be how I imagine it goes down. Isak will stay on the bench, and Isak will come on at some point. Unless Slot has determined that he is fully fit now and can go straight into the team. Jess, that Russian ship is stealing our internet. It's bots. Cucho, 14 mins for my prediction to be right. Desmond, 2-2. Could happen, couldn't it? MC, if Isak is fit, what happens? Ekitike on the left or dropped? I said 1-2 Blackburn, so it's right now. Oh, you said 1. Oh, right, okay. Someone else in the chat said Desmond 2-2. I thought that was you. I apologise. But yes, sorry. I think if Isak is fit, then I imagine what we'll see is Ekitike. I think the long-term plan is that Isak and Ekitike start up front together as a 4-4-2, and I think we play Wirtz at the tip with Soberslai, McAllister and Gravenberch. So no wingers, basically. And we get our width from Kerkez and Frimpong. So that's why I think, when I said earlier about, I think we're going to ask different things of our fullbacks than Jurgen Klopp expected of his. So I think the fullback situation has changed so radically that Kerkez and Frimpong, we're in this kind of like halfway house bit at the minute, but I think Kerkez and Frimpong are going to play very, very high. They're going to get not minimal defensive duties, but maybe less defensive duties than a traditional fullback would. And we'll maybe ask more of whoever is sitting. Maybe it'll be McAllister, Gravenberch. Maybe we'll bring another CDM in. We'll ask Curtis Jones to do more of that stuff as well. But I think long term it is going to be a 4-4-2 with Salah moving on at the end of the season and Isak and Ekitike up front as a front two. Cleared away by Preston. Rovers corner. Merwan Jawad says it's going to be 2-2 this one. MC, diamond midfield, Ancelotti, AC Milan style. Sort of, yeah. But I think Cucho says no Maka, he's just come back from South America, he'll run like he's walking in mud. It might be Jones then. Maybe it's Jones. Obviously there's no Wirtz, so maybe it's Curtis Jones straight in there. Cucho had moved Gakpo and Salah on. I can't agree with that. I think Salah will probably sell him to get a fee at the end of the year, unless he signs a new contract again. And I think the new contract that he gets at the end of this season would be a lot less, because he's not going to be producing the same numbers that he did. So I expect what happens is Liverpool actively try to sell him at the end of this season. And there will be a market for him, won't there? There's definitely a market for him. So Saudi will come in. Saudi will put a big bid in for him. Just whether or not he actually wants to go, you know. That's going to be the big conflict at the end of the season, whether Salah actually wants to go. Because I think he's still looking at it and going, I'm not finished as a player. I'm not going to Saudi. I can go and play. I want to win more European Cups. Teaching Tony says Blackburn. Blackburn winning 2-1. Going into the last 10 minutes here. Cucho Semenyo will come in Jan 1st and he'll score against Arsenal in his first game. I can't see it, mate. I don't think he's the right approach at all. I think he's flavour of the month. Big flavour of the month player, and not a particularly practical signing. I don't think he's a huge upgrade on Gakpo at all. Valencia have gone 1-0 in front against Levante. Free kick to Preston here. Here we go. Ball whipped in. Oh, cleared away by Rovers. Good defending. Cucho says Semenyo can shoot with his left, to be honest. He can't. No, he can play right and he can play left, can't he? I just don't think he's a player that transforms Liverpool. Like he had a half decent season last year, but he wasn't even Bournemouth's best attacker last year. Kluivert was better than Semenyo last year. Kluivert got more goals and assists than Semenyo did. And he started this season quite well, don't get me wrong. I just don't look at him and think, wow, 65, 70 million quid. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Good player. He is a good player. But I don't think he's a player I would want at Liverpool. Honestly, I'd be more excited if someone said to me, you can have Semenyo or you can have Ismaïla Sarr. I think I'd probably be more inclined to have Ismaïla Sarr. But I don't think I'd want to pay the money for either of them, to be honest. 65 million quid is a ridiculous fee for those players. Cucho, so what winger does one bring in? Well, I don't think we bring wingers in. As I was saying, I don't know if he was on a little bit earlier, but I don't think we bring wingers in. I think Liverpool are going towards a 4-4-2. Zoe, big league, will it end 2-1, mate? Blackburn wins. I think up to this point, yes. I think Blackburn have been the better side and probably are deserving of the 3 points in the end. Preston haven't really done enough tonight. It's not been a good performance from Preston. Ethan, score prediction for the early kick-off tomorrow. Southampton v Charlton. Charlton are a bit of a surprise package. I think, you know what? I think Charlton might get something. Charlton to pinch a point. Red Wave, Sarr is not on Semenyo's level, does it against Liverpool, and as his purple patch, is Semenyo better? Semenyo's having a purple patch. That's all we're talking about with Semenyo. Semenyo's in his purple patch right now. Last season, there was much better wingers than Semenyo. He wasn't even the best winger at Bournemouth. You can't be going around signing Bournemouth's second best winger last year and expecting it's going to catapult us up the league. You gotta be having a laugh. G. Lawrence, thoughts on Liverpool's links to Semenyo key? Like I said, I don't think Semenyo is the right approach. Cucho, I have a feeling Arsenal lose to Spurs. We need Van der Ven take down Arsenal. And yeah, coming back to what winger one does bring in, I think players we need, if we're going for a player that is going to either replace Salah or we're moving towards a shift in formation, a 4-4-2, which I do think that is exactly what Arne Slot is moving towards, a 4-4-2 type system. I think we end up spending our money not on a winger, but on a central midfielder and a striker. I think we need another striker, which is baffling, but I think that is what we end up doing. I think maybe we do move Salah on and we do move Gakpo on and we go and buy some young centre forwards, and the width will come from our wing backs, and maybe from wide centre attacking midfielders, because it feels like Slot's not. He's completely changing how the team plays, and fair play because we needed to. You can't lose Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold and expect the team will just go and find two absolute replicas, because the odds are there isn't two replicas in the market, is there? You can't buy another Trent Alexander-Arnold. You can't buy another Andy Robertson. Doesn't matter how much you try. They're two very special players. Liam says make a bid for Gay in January. Possibly, but again, I get the feeling that Gay will want to keep his options open. Jesso365 says yes, they'll let Rovers win. Yeah, I feel like Gay will want to keep his options open. That's what I'd want to do. Vincent Jamie Lane says Salah's goals and assist record speak for themselves. Tie him down, keep him. You'll miss him once he's gone. Oh, absolutely we'll miss him once he's gone, but I think we do have to succession plan, don't we? You've got to succession plan. You can't just let him be a key part of the team until he fades out. At some point, you're going to have to start sort of transitioning him slowly out of the team, and I think we're starting to see that a little bit. And I don't think that's necessarily because Salah's powers have faded. I just feel like we as a club have to start prioritising the next phase in our growth, and Salah isn't a part of that because he's 33. He's not going to be a part of that. Blackburn on the counter-attack. Straight out of play, unlucky. Cucho, I have a very good feeling that City run away with this league or we come back and win it. I think City as well, yeah. I think City are the team set up to win it. Long ball forward from Preston. They're going very, very long and direct here now. And Jess, any action at Deepdale or just the deep scale? There's not really an awful lot going on, no. Blackburn have got the ball at the moment. They've made a lot of changes which have really affected the game in a positive way. I think Valérien Ismaël deserves an awful lot of credit because he's brought on Henriksen and Baraji and Gay. They've all come on for Morishita, Montgomery and Good-Johnson. Just in the last 5 minutes, that. And those three changes, that triple change, has just brought the game back in Blackburn's favour. Gay is getting on the ball now. I give the ball away. Just as I was about to give him some praise. Yeah, he's started to influence the game a little bit, and Rovers are now closing this one out, and actually look like they might actually be able to hurt Preston on the counter-attack. Driving forward, ball into the box. Must be. Oh, he's put it over. Nearly 3-1. Nearly 3-1 for Rovers. It was Gay. Free header. It wasn't an easy header, but it was free. 6 yards out. Cucho, Arsenal looked very soft at Sunderland. Both of their goals were lucky. Well, the keeper gifted him the second, and I think the first one, was it Xhaka or I can't remember who it was. Whoever it was in the midfield. No, it was Enzo Lefebvre, wasn't it? Enzo Lefebvre gave the ball away for the first, and Saka put it in, and then the second one, the keeper's got to do loads better. Liverpool for life says, in my opinion, France are going to win the World Cup, and dark horse is Norway with Haaland scoring. No, Haaland. No, there's no way Norway win the World Cup, but hey, I've been surprised. Greece winning the European Championships in 2004 surprised everyone as much as Leicester, so maybe. Jess says, I remember when the ref accidentally blew the whistle early. Well, we've got 5 added minutes here at Deepdale. MC, considering he may not be part of our next phase in hindsight, do you think the contract was a mistake? No, I think, listen, you've got to take these things year by year, and I think if you're the club, you've got to keep Mo Salah. To have let him go last year would have been stupid, and I think it was the right thing to give him a contract. And I think we'll put ourselves in a position, as a result of doing that now, we have put ourselves in a position where Mo Salah can go, I don't want to leave. I want to see out my contract. And he'd be well within his rights to do it. Rovers are in. Could be 3. Oh, what are you doing? A hashy. Makes a hash of it. And Gay at the far post. He's absolutely raging at him. Oh, all he's got to do is pass it to the far post. Be yourself, Dylan. My nan could have scored that. And MC, I didn't think Arsenal looked soft at Sunderland at all. I thought they were quite good. Oh, Preston. Chance. Good block again. Rovers throwing everything in front of it. That's a foul and a yellow card. That's naughty. That is very, very naughty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, hey, this could be a red. It's getting a bit feisty here. It's getting a little bit feisty and fiery. This could be a red card here for Preston. It was a naughty tackle. It was a very naughty tackle. It was Whiteman who flew in, and it's going to be a yellow card for sure as an absolute minimum. But while he's down on the floor after taking the player out, it's a yellow card from Paul Tierney. No more than that. Oh, but he goes through him. He goes through him, and as he's lay on the floor after tackling him, it's a naughty tackle. That's bad. It's Baraji. Oh, that's a red. That should be a... Do you know what? If there was VAR in the Championship, that'd be a red card. That'd be a red card in the Championship, the way he's gone through him there. Misses the next game against Watford, Ben Whiteman. .90 seconds to go here at Deepdale. Be yourself, Dylan. Thank you very much for sending that through, mate. And Cucho says France definitely win it. Doué, Dembele, Mbappe, Elise, can't deny that. Then you got to look a little bit further. Look at the the goalkeeper and the defence. I don't even think France's midfield's anything particularly special. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like France's attack's very good, but I don't feel like any of them compare to Spain. I feel like Spain are just by far and away the best international team. Oh, Gay's doing really well here. Plays it over to the far side, and I think this might be it, 30 seconds to go on Blackburn. Oh, what are you doing? Valérien Ismaël will be raging at him. Strike from all of 40 yards out. Stupid. Vincent Jamie Lane says City to win the league, Liverpool second, Ekatike over Isak, and England to win the World Cup. But listen, I apologise tonight profusely, by the way, on YouTube, because we're about to end the stream. It's very nearly full time here. I am incredibly apologetic for whatever happened on YouTube. I don't know why it went down, but it went down repeatedly. It was a nightmare stream tonight. I will fix it for tomorrow's game. Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Please do come back. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. I will be live tomorrow for Liverpool Forest. Then I'll be live straight after that for Newcastle City. On Sunday, we're going to do the Sheffield Steel City derby. Sheffield United against Sheffield Wednesday. Followed by Arsenal Spurs on Sunday. Plus Man United v Everton on Monday night. I'm going to have a couple of guests with me over the next couple of days. So the show is going to look completely different. We're going to have guests on Premier League Dad going forward. It's not just going to be me talking shite. You'll be all pleased to hear. So thank you very much, everyone who's been in the stream, everyone who's been lovely. Zoe Big League, subscribe and like the stream, lads. Love it. Cheers. It's full time here at Deepdale. It's full time. 2-1. Blackburn shock win. And a huge, huge win for them. And really dents Preston's good run that they've been on. I'm sure they'll get back on track. Paul Heckingbottom, a good manager, and it's a good side here at Preston. So I do think Preston will hopefully get in and amongst the playoffs, and maybe Blackburn still can too. Blackburn now not so far behind them in the playoff race, so hey, there's still time for Blackburn to get their season back on track as well. Nano, please let the match end. Well, it's ended now. It has finished. There you go. 2-1, Preston 1, Blackburn 2. I will see you all tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon for Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. Take it easy. Have a lovely Friday night.